yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
okay.
So apologies about this, but yeah, as I said, I will do everything I can to obviously get the property back into good condition, and obviously want to give you peace of mind as well, like I do to the other landlords.
Everything is messed up.
Okay,
The
and
whole
yeah,
property has run down.
yeah.
And I'm not happy. I'm not happy with that, honestly. I told Nurain.
Yeah.
I'm even considering of taking back the...
Yes, welcome back to the channel today. Sorting out one of my properties. If you watch the previous episode, or whenever that's gonna drop, I have to give out one of my properties, or two of them, back to providers. So I've got my brother going to one property, and I'm going to the other property with a new social housing provider that I've never met. So they're gonna check out the property and see if they can hopefully take it, man. This one's with a landlord I have a very good relationship with, man. So I need to make sure that it goes to the right person.
Would you guys be willing to change the carpet?
Ooh. Carpet in the whole house, that's gonna be pricey, man.
No.
It's gonna be
Run down though, man.
I think it's gonna have to totally depend on how much you guys can offer.
Yeah.
Because for it
Have you
to...
got an offer?
Pardon, sorry?
Have you got an offer?
Yeah, it's currently with, well, yeah, it's currently under contract, but obviously, I don't know how long they can obviously maintain the rate for, so that's why I'm looking at external options as well.
But what about if you deep clean the carpet?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that could be an option.
Do that, yeah?
Yeah, but I don't know if deep clean would get off the stains. I mean, possibly could, to be honest. I'll speak to my guy. I think it's just about maximising the rent that could be done on this, because currently it's being let out for $2,750.
Okay, so you got...
If you guys took the property on with that, let's say, damp, and you guys got someone to go and do it themselves, could you guys do that and then take it off the payment or anything? Okay, cool. Yeah. Have you guys ever been in situations where you've had to like lower the rents that you guys have offered? Like, let's say you've agreed 2,700, and then 6 months down the line, due to council, whatever, you're saying, okay, cool, we can't keep 2,700, we have to do it at 2,500. Okay, cool, first. Yeah.
Say about the work thing.
Yeah, and off the top of my head, well, not off top of your head, what do you think you guys can potentially offer for this, if the works are done?
I don't know.
It's difficult to say.
It's difficult to say.
Okay, cool.
I don't work in that department, innit?
We'll see what they say.
You know this procurement thing?
Yeah.
I just started it recently.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I used to be a housing officer before.
Okay.
Yeah, so I used to go to people's houses and just do inspections.
Okay, first. Okay, cool, yeah. So if you send that to your guy,
Send it to him.
and then we'll take it from there. Cool, bro. Perfect, man. Cool. But yeah, alright then, bro, man. It's good speaking to you, bro. Take care, man. Alright then, safe. So that was that done. Fingers crossed they give a decent rate, man. 'Cause boy, on that property currently, with the social housing provider that I do have, I'm getting about 450 profit. So I'm making 450 profit. I'm not doing anything. It's not the greatest amount, but it all adds up. When you have a property for a number of years, it makes a big difference. And obviously, where I know the landlord personally, like I know that I can have that land. I know that I can have that property for about the next 10 years. But yeah, man, with these guys, obviously rough numbers that my guy told me, it could be potentially £250 less than what I'm currently getting, which means that it's £200 profit, which is obviously not what I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can potentially negotiate. The company who are my clients in the property, they gave me an update on the whole situation, and they just essentially said that basically the child is looking to be taken away from the mother, because basically the mother, obviously with all the complaints as well from the neighbours as well, so he's saying he has a meeting with the head of Croydon Social Services to actually take the child and remove the child from the home, because the child is the one that's obviously doing a lot of the damages and causing a lot of the issues. So yeah, obviously I just spoke to Narain, and then Narain obviously told me to liaise with you, just basically to give you an update on the whole situation. But yeah, obviously apologies about it, but yeah, the reason why they couldn't just kick the mum out is simply because the child is disabled, and if you kick out anyone, it's always going to be difficult, but especially when it's based on someone's disability, it can obviously cause a lot of legal problems down the line. So obviously they've had to do it round this way, which is obviously the slower way. But only now, I guess, because obviously we raised the issue again, because it was quite quiet for a while. I actually thought the situation actually died down, but obviously when you sent the message, I realized it didn't. So yeah, essentially, they're gonna have a meeting. It's gonna be next week Thursday with the head of Croydon for social services to look to get the person removed.
Now, to be honest, I don't think these are quality tenants. They've run down the house as well, so I'm not happy with them even staying there.
Yeah,
Because they have not taken care of the property, and the property has run down.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen some images that I'm not happy with.
Yeah, for sure.
You saw the note that the neighbor sent, and I sent that to you.
Yes.
Honestly, I think if you have to change this. Otherwise, I probably may have to take back my property.
Yeah. No, I completely understand. And also, it's not the family in itself; it's the child that's causing a lot, because the child is highly vulnerable. So he's the one that's also doing a lot of damages.
No. I've been there once myself,
Okay.
and what I saw, I did not like it.
Okay.
I went to the kitchen. I went to the lounge. Everything is messed up.
Okay,
The
and
whole
yeah,
property has run down.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy. I'm not happy with that. Honestly, I told Nurain.
Yeah.
I'm even considering of taking back the property because there's no point.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just a year.
Yeah.
And
No.
the property has run down already.
Yeah, and
So I'm not happy with the tenants overall. I'm not happy. So it's either you take off the tenants completely from there, or I just have to take back the property.
Yeah, no, as I said, I completely understand, but it's not the mother who's causing the damages, it's the child, and the child is the one that's going to leave.
It is the mother as well. Have you been to the property lately?
Yes, I've been to the property, but did you...
And have you seen the mess that has been causing the property?
Yes, I saw the mess.
Have you gone to the garden? Everything is run down. It just don't do anything.
Yeah.
And I don't want the property to run down. This is just a year.
No, 100%.
In 2 years, what is going to happen?
150%. But also at the same time, remember the guarantee is that you're going to get the property in a better condition. So even if, for example, the banister is damaged now,
I don't want it to be damaged before it's repaired. If we have to salvage it now, we should do that.
And it will be salvaged, because the companies, they have been actually putting money back in to, but again, the child is only going to destroy it again. So now, once the child is removed, then there will be nobody causing those damages. But again, I completely understand what you're saying in terms of...
It's not only the child. These are not quality tenants. I can tell you, they are not quality tenants. Look, I saw the kitchen. I was very amazed. I was amazed. This is not about the child anymore. So I'm not happy. I'm not happy overall with even the tenants. I mean, they are running down the house. So if you should have, an alternative of moving them out completely, that would be the best idea.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. But also at the same token, the first thing is obviously getting the child being removed first, because as I said, there's a process when it comes to evicting someone. You can't just kick them out on the street, especially when obviously the child is disabled. So even though we might want the family out tomorrow, we can't just kick them out on the street tomorrow. So again, the way they're doing it right now, in terms of obviously getting the biggest issue sorted first, and then obviously we can look to see maybe that might change something. If it doesn't, then obviously we can clearly see, okay, it's not just the child, it's also, because I think she has 3 kids, as a single mother dealing with 3 kids, and I think 2 of them are severely autistic. So obviously that in itself can cause a lot of issues. So I think having the main issues resolved, because I believe that they're only going to leave the mother with 1 child who's a 7-year-old. So I think having those 2 kind of dealt with would probably relieve a lot of the stress.
I'm just going to have a look at this now. First of all, I need deadlines with this the removal of this.
So he said,
I need the deadlines, yes, because the pressure is coming from all the tenants.
No, I get that. I understand.
Property,
I understand. So he said next week Thursday he's going to have a meeting, and in the afternoon of Thursday he can potentially give me a deadline as to when the situation can obviously be resolved. But again, he said himself, in all the time he's been doing this, he's never dealt with a situation like this in terms of like the child and how how dangerous and aggressive like the child really is. So again, this is something that is kind of new to everyone. I've never experienced that myself and he hasn't. So we just want to try and go about it the right way, because again, obviously it's your property. And again, even though it may not sound what you want to hear, but we will restore the property back to the condition. As soon as the child leaves, again, it's got renovations. We've already set a budget on how much is actually going to be put back into the property. But again, obviously, I know that's not what you want to hear. What you want to hear is obviously the situation with the person being removed. So we can only kind of take it bit by bit. And obviously the first bit is obviously him having a meeting and getting a deadline as to when the child can be removed.
All right, okay. So please update me as soon as you can, so that at least I can tell the neighbors
for sure,
the action that has been taken.
No, 100%. But
okay.
So apologies about this, but yeah, as I said, I will do everything I can to obviously get the property back into good condition, and obviously want to give you peace of mind as well, like I do to the other landlords.
All right, yeah.
Life, man. Life. Stress. Listen. You're into it. It's not easy. It's not easy. Listen, the pros and the cons. I can't lie, this property is making me good money in it, but still, I'm not trying to let this one go. But the most important thing is the landlord, innit? It's not just about my pockets, it's about the landlord. The landlord needs to, he needs to be sorted out, man. But yeah, man, this situation is mad. So there's a lot of money to be made. Like March, anything March onwards, I keep telling people, like, this is the best time. This is the safest time to actually start an Airbnb business. Reason being, like, you're guaranteed gonna start getting bookings, but some people don't listen.
One time for the Lord, and one time for the cause, and one round of applause, one time for Fraser T. Smith on the chords.